Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Oh, it's a week of weird ones, isn't it? These videos, because I mean, this isn't what we're normally
Yeah,
playing.
no, but it is in the right section, so that's something.
Well, yeah, that is something. No, because
Not
of
being
technical
confused.
difficulties, that
Mm.
is a fucking download that doesn't seem to want to work. We've had to make a few adjustments to our schedule, haven't we? And
Yeah,
one such adjustment to the schedule is that instead of playing Euro Truck Sim, which is on a different SD card to our um, to Call of the Wild, I'm playing this because this is on the same SD card, or maybe even actually on the device itself, which would be helpful.
that's okay. I like watching you play this game. It's sort of relaxing.
You don't really have to think about it all that much either, do you?
Yeah, not too dissimilar from the trucking simulator.
No, I suppose it's probably not all that different from your side of things.
God, this takes you back.
Does it really?
Yeah. What did you play between this and Truck Simulator?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You can always check, right?
I could, yeah.
Just get the feeling you're not going to, right?
Well, I will. Let's have a look, see, shall we?
How do I change my view? T, that's it. Oh god, it's pressurized. Fuck's sake.
So, uh, oh yeah, you played Infection-Free Zone of the Walking Dead. Of course, I forgot about the Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
And you did the tour of the Voyager.
Yep, because the game itself wouldn't work for some fucking reason on the download, on
Mm.
the recording.
Uh,
You had to record that
200,
one.
269 videos.
Good God, we don't all talk a lot of shit, do we?
269. Mm.
I stand by my
Right
comment that we
topic.
talk a lot of shit.
Well, would you like a topic?
Yeah, go on then.
You heard about these Chinese toilet tourist timers?
I have not.
Well, in China,
Hang on, do they have timers on the toilets that tourists use?
yeah,
Oh my God, how did I guess that from context?
it's because I told you it's a health thing. It's a safety thing. So if you've been in there and the timer says, you know, an hour and a half, although one would hope it wouldn't get that far, we can assume that you've had an accident.
Well, you hope you haven't had an
You
accident
best,
if you're
you
in the
would,
bathroom. Surely you go to the bathroom to avoid the accident.
you may have fallen over in it, or had a heart attack and died. Some people have said that this is sort of a bit icky and violates their privacy. Because I can look at that, and if you're just in for a pee, it'd say 30 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever. But if you're in there for something a bit more strenuous, it might say 43 minutes. If you're thorough.
Who the fuck is
You're
having a
talking,
43-minute shit?
I don't know, people with bowel issues.
I've got bowel issues. I wouldn't have a 43-minute shit.
You're not thorough.
Oh, trust me, I'm thorough.
Yeah,
I'm so
they
thorough they could call me Louis Thorough.
yeah they you can see how long a cubicle's been in use for.
I'm not sure I'm a
What?
fan of that.
No.
No,
I can see
conceptually.
it being used. I can see it being useful for the reasons they're suggesting. You know, that, and also it was mentioned that you could sort of know which one would likely be free next.
I mean, that is a fair comment. I will
Yeah.
concede that that is accurate. It's based on the
Or
information we've been
or
given.
get an idea of wait times, I guess. If they're all looking around like the 5 minute mark, you might be in for a wait, and you can avoid those ones because they're probably not going to be particularly pleasant.
Do you poop at work?
What?
Do you ever poop at work? I feel like it's come up
No.
before, but
I'm not a pervert.
it's not perverted to void your bowels in a workplace. You spend that much bloody time there. I feel you've got obligations. Oh, that's not good.
You messed up.
Not necessarily, but I have forcibly depressurized that section by accidentally
Yeah, that
slicing just a
doesn't
smidge
sound
too
good.
close to it. It's fine. It's fine. Apparently, there's a small leak here somewhere. I wouldn't say it matters. All it's done is make it easier to get in there, or at least to depressurize it. So, if anything, they should be thanking me for doing my job efficiently. Oh, you look at that. That was a slice and a half, that was.
A clean cut.
Yeah. Better than when I shaved, that was. But I'm notoriously bad at
Do you
shaving.
shave?
I'm due another one.
You
I was going to do it tonight, but I didn't really have time.
I don't want this to sound like a mean question. It's not meant to be. Do you take pride in your appearance?
Not particularly. Like I don't deliberately go around looking like a vagabond or whatever.
No.
But like I don't stress about it. Maybe if I did stress about it, I don't know, have people flirting with me and stuff. That might be nice.
Maybe.
However, there's someone on the school run that I feel like I've got a healthy rapport with. Rapport, sorry. So you know, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's very nice and very friendly. So
Well, jolly good.
that's what you want, really, isn't it? In a
Jolly.
social individual. I'm gonna throw this. Do you reckon it'll stick? Oh, that's not good. Can I remove it? Oh, I need to press it again. I've never actually deactivated any of these before. Where's the button? Lovely jubbly. That's gone well. Did you hear who got arrested recently?
Yes, that sort of segues into a late edition topic for me. It was Justin Timberlake.
What was the charge? Was it bringing sexy back? Succulent sexy back?
No, he was pissed.
Was behind the wheel. It's a very serious offence, of course.
Yes. The police officer who arrested him didn't know who he was, apparently.
Bullshit.
But it did. I had zero fucking interest in this story whatsoever.
Well, why would you?
Well, no. I mean, it's sort of who the fuck gives a shit. But I saw a Reddit comment that mentioned it, and which basically said that they got a BBC News alert for it,
Yeah, I did.
and it sort of they asked the question. Well, they said it was ridiculous, and also said, what sort of thing would you expect to get a news alert for? You know, what would warrant that?
I have for a long time criticised the news alerts that I get.
Breaking news does not mean fucking anything these days.
I need to very quickly change from the cutter to the grabby thing so I can grab the thing that's about to fly off. I missed it. Come back! There we go. Oh, it's going to fly into me. Will it kill me? Will I experience a sweet release of death? No.
Oh, bad luck.
There's always the next one.
Yeah, what sort of thing would you expect to get the BBC News alert for? What do you think warrants it?
Someone significant who died. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been getting news alerts about the bloody election for I mean, things that actually matter would be nice. Like in the grand scheme of
Yeah.
things, Justin Timberlake being arrested for drink driving doesn't actually matter to
Mean
anyone.
anything.
To anyone who understands anything that matters, right? No one really cares all that much about it. It's just one of those interesting bits of news that's come up.
I think it should be the sort of thing that has very broad and very significant, broad appeal and significant meaning.
Yeah, it should have some sort of meaningful impact.
Yes, for example, the Queen dying would warrant it.
Yeah, absolutely,
The
and
election
indeed it
being
did.
called warranted. You know, Andy Serkis opens Greg's. Probably skip that one.
I mean, it depends. Did he do it as Gollum?
No.
King Kong?
They asked, and he said no. He seemed a bit annoyed that he was asked because he has actually done other things.
He has, including King Kong, and playing Ian Drury from Ian Drury and the Blockheads in a thing, Sex, Drugs and Rock and Roll, I think it was called. And that might be why every time I hear hit me with your rhythm stick, I think of Andy Serkis, even though I was thinking it before I saw him playing the role. Before I saw that he played the role, he was fantastic in Andor, the Star Wars thing.
You keep banging on about Andor. You did
But
like that, didn't you?
I haven't banged on about it since I fucking watched it. I moved on from it.
You banged on a lot about it then.
Well, because I was watching it, and they did this thing where TV's gone backwards, so instead of being able to binge watch stuff as soon as it's released, we now have to watch it every week again.
Yeah, we've got cable and weekly uploads. Just stick it all on. It's like House of the Dragon is on. I'm gonna wait until the end to binge watch that. I've heard disappointing things about it. We'll see.
I managed to binge watch the first few seasons of Game of Thrones because they had been released on DVD at the point that I started actually watching it.
I did have one more breaking news thing actually.
Oh, go on.
I saw a funny video of a man who fooled his mum into you must have seen them, these video things where it's the emergency news siren thing. They put like a fictional thing over it. Like for example, the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm aware of.
Well, they this was one with an alien invasion, and the mum was going fucking nuts.
Well, why wouldn't
She was
you?
annoyed because she had said we need to prepare for shit like this, and nobody listened to me. And they started banging on about how they don't even have any hand cream.
Well, some people need to get their priorities right.
He seemed like a handful.
Well, but not a creamy handful, surely. How's best to get this area depressurised, I wonder? Oh, it seems to think that area is depressurised. Because that's what the danger thing is, unless that's... Oh, I don't bloody know. I need to depressurise in here, which means I need to find the thingy to do it, but I can't find the damn thing. Because it's here. It's on the wall. I know what I can do. Oh, I'm gonna cheat it then. I'm going to remove this front. What's
I'd like
that,
to remove your front.
What? And steal my face? And impersonate me for the day?
It would work better if this was a 1970 sitcom and you were a pretty lady and I was a pervert.
Alright, Benny Hill.
Hee.
See, now I've got another way in. And all I had to do was very slightly explosively decompress the thing. Slide to the left. Is it going to miss that or is it going to clip it? Oh, just scrape it along the top. Barely even touched it. Look at that. Look at that slotting into place like that. That's exactly where I want it to go. Right in there. It's just going to get sucked in the other thing in a sec. There we go. Job done.
What's Deus Ex?
The game?
Yeah, what is it? What genre?
Action RPG adventure shooter. Fucking fantastic game, by the way.
Well, I follow a sub called alternate history. It's
Okay.
getting very interesting recently. The sort of things they've been posting. They posted. Somebody posted something. Well, the thing that kickstarted it all was somebody is doing an American Civil War as told by Reddit, which I think is great, and a lot of people do. But I've also seen other things like what if King Kong actually happened?
Um, I hate to
Yeah.
interject here. I'm going to do it anyway. I have just now lost sound on the recording for the game, so bear that in mind.
We're recorded.
Yeah. Well, our sound will be fine, but the
Well,
game
that's fine.
sound.
Who cares?
You know, sometimes the game sound just suddenly stops playing properly. Well, it's just now done that, so.
That's fine. Yeah, there's one with King Kong actually happened. Another one where the kaiju verse is a thing. But the thing, getting to the point, in the vein of that, somebody's posted, what if Half-Life and Deus Ex switched genres?
Okay. I mean, all that would be a matter of changing Half-Life so it's more of an RPG style game, and removing those elements from Deus Ex. I wouldn't necessarily think of as much to it. I do recommend playing Deus Ex if you've got the patience for it. The original is a bit janky based on modern day standards, but it's a bloody good game. I'd say it's easily in my top 10. If it wasn't one of those games where you sort of need to pay attention to it to play it, I'd do it for this. And I have considered doing it as a solo venture. Is how fucking fantastic I think that game is. I actually think I own a CD copy of it still, which is not something that I own many games in format I own many games in. But I think I still own that one. So yeah, take that as you will.
High praise indeed.
I mean, the series went a bit downhill. The second game that they made was a bit crap. Third game was good. Fourth game was crap. So, but the third and fourth games are, I think, prequels to the thing. I think maybe. It's hard because when there was such a big gap between them, and the technology is not necessarily consistent. But like the original game, you play a sort of like a world police style character who's been cybernetically enhanced, and you're investigating someone who's taken hostages at the Statue of Liberty, which is just around the corner from your HQ, so it's kind of convenient. And
maybe I heard Yahtzee Pro Store about it.
It's because of that game that I know what about the makings of the Statue of Liberty, the whole iron on a copper frame thing, or copper on an iron frame thing. Sorry.
It was a gift from which nation?
France.
The French, yes. And do you know what's inscribed on her tablet? Is it?
Simps before pimps.
No.
But in French, of course. Le simp before le pimp.
Have a look, shall we?
But while you do, honestly, I do highly recommend that game.
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send those, the homeless tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
Oh, how far American has fallen.
Yes.
Or maybe this was France's way of sending all the immigrants over.
Maybe.
We'll give them something that welcomes them. That'll be confusing. Oh, that's a point. This has got me on the thought of vampires. Funnily enough, the whole welcome thing. I was watching an episode of.
You got to let them in.
Well, yeah, you got to welcome them. That is part of the law when it comes to Buffy. is you have to invite them in. They introduced Dracula.
All right.
The Count Dracula, just to be 100% clear, I'm not fucking about. It was law that he was famous as Dracula because the whole fucking everyone knows who Dracula is thing, right?
Yeah, who plays him?
I can't remember. No one that seemed significant at the time whilst I was watching it. And he wasn't actually all that big a deal. It was described that most of his stuff was gypsy parlour tricks was the wording. But for the most part, it's not that big a deal. And he also owed Spike £11. Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to get it because he got staked, right? But then he sort of came back and then he got staked again, and it looked like he was going to come back again. Dracula. He got staked. It looked like he was going to stay dead, but he wasn't staying dead. And then he got staked again, and he came back, and he was going to. It looked like he was coming back, and she said to him, "I'm still here, you know," and he stopped coming back. So I don't know what's going on there. Whether he's still.
He's in.
Yeah. Well, like I say, he was in the one, that one particular episode. But
Rudolph Martin and Ethan Sawyer.
He, I know I'm on the series with the episode called The Body, if that means anything to you.
No, it does not.
It's the episode in which Buffy's mother dies.
Oh no.
Yeah. Played by Christine Sutherland. Any relation?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I kept meaning to look and I never got round to looking. I think it's Christine Sutherland. Can't be that common a name, surely.
Have a look. He's not related to Donald Sutherland.
No. Fair enough. Yeah. Like I say, it can't be that common a name, but, you know. Yeah. Alright, what do I do here? I'll dump it all in the furnace, I reckon. This little pod of stuff. How much more crap is there to remove? Quite a lot more crap. It's only connected minutes. No. Fuck's sake. Well, we've got one option here, Ben. What? Sorry, two options here. First off, let's remove that one because that's fairly expensive. 146k. It pay my bills. We need to remove the bottom. Take the bottom off. Like so. I did not do what I expected it to do. Where's the air from? There was no air in there, surely. How peculiar. How very, very peculiar. This area that I could freely enter from the vacuum of space seemingly had air in it. Bonkers, if you ask me.
What a conundrum. What a conundrum.
Conundrum indeed. You know what else is a conundrum?
What?
Your face. Ping you over there. Ping. Oh no! It's going into a vacuum of space. Slam.
Would you like another topic?
Go on then. Might as well. Suppose we'll have to talk about something at some point whilst this is all going on, won't we?
Yeah. So for the first time in history, toy demand from over 18s has surpassed that of under 18s for the first time.
Toy demands?
Yes, people buying toys. Most people who buy toys are now over 18.
Okay, but is that because they're buying them for under 18s, or is that just because the intended recipient is older than 18? Because I would say that
Well-
I buy more toys than my son does, but that's only because I'm the one who's buying the fucking toys.
True. But the article I read specifically mentions the growing collector circuit.
Oh,
Certainly,
okay.
I think there are more people buying toys for children. Um, but I think, well, it's both, really, isn't it?
Probably.
The fact is, more people buy. The fact is, um, the point that more grown adults are buying toys for themselves. You know, that's that can still be true.
You're not wrong. It can be true.
Uh, what are they up to?
What, with people buying toys?
Yeah.
Depends on the toy. I mean, I buy some toys that you wouldn't want to know about. But they're still classed as toys.
Those sort of toys. I should hope that sales of those sorts of toys have always been of the over 18 market.
Well, yeah, no, of course. But do they classify as toys for the purposes of their studies? Because if not, then they are called sex toys, aren't they? It's not like...
Well, yeah, I think they mean Lego.
Well, you know, who's got time to buy Lego anymore? So fucking expensive. Prohibitively so, almost. Like, I can't remember last time I bought Lego for me. Normally it's bought for me.
You can still just get plain blocks,
What, you mean?
Lego-wise.
The ones that aren't specifically built for a set. Or
I
compiled
don't
for a
want to
set.
build BB-88 or whatever. You know, I don't want to build a fucking X-wing. I want to build a house made purely of blocks.
It's funny to me that for someone who despises Star Wars so much, you went with something Star Warsy as your I don't want to do it, which makes sense because you don't like Star Wars that much. Read at all, but you know it's just it's funny.
I like those original films. I think the sequels or the prequels have some good things, but on the whole aren't great. I'm just sick to death of it.
Yeah, well, that in mind.
It's like the Marvel, I like it about as much as I like the well, I like it more than I like the Marvel movies, but I have the same issues with it, in the fact that it's just corporate product for mindless consumers.
I would say that there's probably an element of accuracy to that statement, but it depends on what it is you're actually consuming, right? Oh, that's kind of cool. A hydroponics cabinet. I've never seen one of them before. In here. Yeah. What's going on? Like there are elements of it that are, in fact, legitimately entertaining, rather than it being mild consumerism or mindless consumerism. Sorry. There's a compartment up there that's got air. How's that happened? I'm what I would call confused. I won't say my usual thing when we talk about Star Wars, because I know you're fed up with it.
What's the usual thing when you talk about Star Wars?
Told you
Rogue One was quite good. You should watch it. Is that it?
Told you I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to say it. Well, don't fucking... Here I am, avoiding saying the shit that you don't want to hear, and now you're trying to force me into saying it. Presumably, so you can later criticise me for it. So don't even fucking... No, you're encouraging me to say it, even though I've...
the question.
Even though I've actively said I'm not going to say it, you're encouraging me to say the thing.
Just asking the question.
It's a fucking ring. It's a fucking... Oh, God's sake. Oh, there's a fuel tank there. So let's try not to blow that up. Or maybe let's do. No, that's not.
You see Mr. Putin and Mr. Kim Jong-un palling about.
I mean, I didn't see it firsthand. I heard about it. Is that good enough?
Yep.
Then yes. Yes, I was aware of it. That was BBC News alert word, apparently. that he's arrived in North Korea. As if I actually care.
Well, yeah, they've signed a non-aggression pact.
Oh, great.
Or a mutual defence pact.
Two people who currently aren't fighting are saying we're going to not fight. Hooray. That means everything, doesn't it? When are we going to sign one with America?
Oh, I think we've got one with America.
Oh!
We're in NATO, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, you get my point, though. It seems a bit ridiculous to sign something saying we're not going to fight if we're not already fucking fighting.
Well, I think it's I think I was wrong. I think it's a mutual defence pact.
Well, you know, we all know who's getting the benefit of that one, don't we?
Yep.
Russia.
Yep.
So, Caw.
What?
Look. Caw.
Yeah.
It says Caw.
Oh, so it does. Well done.
Honestly, were you not paying attention?
Well, there's a... yeah?
Liar.
I was looking at it, but it's kind of hidden there.
Are you ready to see something fly off?
Yeah.
I need to just line this up right. If I can get it just right. Oh, it didn't fly quite as much as I expected it to. It's a little spin instead. That's neat, isn't it?
Impressive.
Liar. Don't patronise me. That's everyone else's job. But at least this isn't going to explosively blow away now. It's just going to casually drift. And I can push it along with my face. Bye bye. Part of that, I don't need to scrap like that, but I don't really care. So you know how this has been going for 31 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm at that point now where I've stopped caring about how good a job this goes. I remember now why I stopped playing.
Yeah, you were going to do them all, weren't you?
I did do them all. We did do all. And then we did one of the bonus ones. Like the competitive things. Honestly, it's like you don't even know what we do sometimes. All the effort I put into these ships, or some of these ships at least, although it doesn't show from the way some of them went. But the point still stands. Oh, I don't care about the wall terminal. See, it's acting like there's oxygen in it, but there shouldn't be any oxygen in it. I think I've broken the game a bit. No, what it's done is it's taken the oxygen out of this little room I'm in, despite the fact that I've broken the game somehow. It's telling me that this is pressurised, this bit that I'm in right now, despite the fact that, oh look, there's the vacuum of space, without a door in the way. I've broken the game. Because it did it earlier as well, didn't it, with the other place, the other part of the ship.
Yeah.
But like, that's what that thing means. That's what the green means, is that it's pressurised. But it's very clearly not pressurised.
It's a good thing this is on camera, or nobody would believe it.
I know, right? Oh, I've gone and broken the game. Don't suppose it was because it wanted to do an update, do you? Because if it is, tough shit. I don't bloody know. Let's just get this done. No, it doesn't quite cut through all of it. Is he related to Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah, it's his dad.
Ah, okay. This makes sense. But the trouble is, we've already established that one person who may or may not have been wasn't actually related. So I suppose it didn't need to necessarily be a guarantee, did it? Let's flush that. There is now no fuel in the outside pipe bits. But actually, before we do any of that crap, there is another thing that we need to sort of deal with, and that is the fuel cap. And with it, the fuel. Not the fuel, engine. So this bit's about to fly off. Caught ya.
Which ship is this?
Oh, I can't remember. Heavy Javelin, I think. Why? You googling?
No, I just wondered.
See, now it's pressurised it. Now that I've done the thing, does that make sense? It works for me now that that's happened. Oh, but also at the same time, it means that I've got to go round the other way to get in, if it'll let me. Yeah, that's working. That one's on. Let the air out. Oh, there we go. A relaxed decompression by slicing through part of the door. So who needs to stress when you got experts like me on the case? There we go. We want to do this one.
Is that anything to think you know what you're doing?
It's because, Ben, funnily enough, I know what I'm doing. There we go. That's what I'm after. Guide the engine out through here. So that's actually a mistake, isn't it? It's not the engine, it's the thruster. The engine's the reactor.
Yes. Good point. Good point.
Like the warp core is the engine, I would say, on a starship from Star Trek.
Would you like another topic? Well,
Yeah,
actually, no, the warp core isn't the engine.
Well, I mean, the thing
the warp core is what makes it go to warp.
Okay, but I mean, what provides all the power?
The engines.
Okay, no, you're telling me that the engines provide all the power.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So apart from when you go to warp,
that seems.
then you use the warp core.
Yeah, I was thinking the warp core was some sort of like giant battery thing.
No, it's for when you go to warp. That's the core you use. Because it's the warp core.
And you're telling me the warp core is the thing that you
They
use
can still move if there's a whole load of episodes where the warp core is damaged. It's like we can't go to warp. Still moving.
Well, fair point. Yeah, impulse engines do their thing, don't they? Like I say, I'm not an expert in Star Trek. It's just a thing that is on sometimes.
Wow.
Not so often in this house, I'll tell you that much for sure. Oh, wrong one.
Did you hear about a beloved actor's accident?
Yes. Ian McKellen pissed himself.
He fell off a stage.
I mean, I'd have pissed myself too if I fell off the stage, but...
He was doing a fight scene for Player Kings, I think it's called. It's a combination of Henry V Part 1 and 2, or Henry V, Henry IV, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he's playing Sir John Falstaff.
He is.
Yes, he fell off the stage and had to go to hospital, and he's not... I think he's taking a little bit of time off to recover.
Well, I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Well, it was in the middle of a fight scene. Did I say that?
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yes, he was getting on a bit, Ian McKellen. It's going to be quite something when he dies.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen in the next 10 years, I'd expect. Maybe, probably less. So he's getting on.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, someone will make a comment about him having gone to the Grey Havens or whatever they're called.
Yes, absolutely.
Because like that's exactly what these people sort of say about these things, isn't it? Oh, hang on. I need to deal with a thing. So my partner has got back from her date. But I won't go. Well, very well apparently. Which is basically I was replying to the message where she told me about it going well, and that's it. There's not much more to tell. But even if I was, I wouldn't necessarily say it here whilst we're recording, because it's not my shit to tell.
Did she get any?
I doubt it. I doubt it went that well. Tell you what, she won't be getting any this week off me because she ain't coming over. The way things are going. That's a shame because I've got a lot to give.
I would come over.
You would. You'd come all over the place. Oh, hang on. Was that not where you were going with that?
No.
See, that's your disappointed voice, but you should have expected exactly some sort of joke like that.
Well, no shit. Do you not know how this works? I set you up, you take the bait, I act disgusted.
You take the bait, you baiter.
Yeah, see, like that.
Anyway, you know, for details of her date and none of my business, unless she wants to tell me. So, all that matters to me is that she's alright, she's safe, and she's had a good time. And I can't control any of it, but I'm still here for it.
You'll have a date again.
I entertain the idea quite a lot, actually, but the trouble is I need to be more confident with who I am as an individual before I commit to anything like that.
Well, speaking of being more comfortable with who you are as an individual, I have a rather deep topic I want to discuss with you.
Okay, give me 1 second before you do.
Okay.
I'm making a comment that I'm probably
Going to regret.
Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of posts online about men opening up to women, and a lot of them seem quite negative in nature. Like a guy who he cried in front of his girlfriend, and she was so disgusted she dumped him.
Oh, really?
I thought, because presumably we have quite a lot of impressionable younger male viewers, we should discuss at length our feelings on the matter. Do you discuss your feelings with your partner?
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah? Well, you're
Yeah.
quite emotionally stunted, aren't you?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say stunted. I'd say that I try and avoid displaying much emotion. It doesn't really work that well. I don't. There's a lot of things to be emotional about, as there are for most people. You know, I'm not a special case in terms of that. I am in terms of other things, no doubt, but not in terms of that. But I express how I feel if I'm at a point where the situation is bothering me. So we had an honest conversation last weekend about something that was bothering me within our relationship, and it's no longer an issue. I say it's no longer an issue. I mean, we dealt with it, we talked through it. I feel better about the situation. You know?
Yeah.
What more can you ask for? I suppose if you're in a situation where you are having emotive conversations with your partner and your partner's reaction is to laugh at you or leave you or whatever, then clearly they were not the right person for you. The whole point is that the partner that is good for you would understand and appreciate and support you in, you know, unless you're doing something truly ridiculous and and truly disgraceful and disgusting that it would be very difficult to support anyone through, they should have your back, right?
Mm.
If you open up to your partner and your partner's reaction is to leave you, they were never your partner. They were just someone who you spent some of your life with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Partner isn't just someone you're dating. It means something. In some respects, I consider you a partner of sorts, not in the same manner as I do my actual partner, but I date. But you're a sort of partner in that I feel like, in a non-romantic way, we have a similar sort of relationship.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, I'm in favour of certainly talking about feelings to partners. I think it's a good thing to be open and honest and express yourself that way, because otherwise you're living a lie. It's not healthy to keep that stuff bottled up. And as you rightly say, your partner is somebody you're sharing your life with. So you should be able to explore these things with them. Are you in favour of men expressing their emotions in general?
I think it's important to express your emotions. I think it's important to do it
go on.
I think it's important to do it in a healthy way, and that's something that is very difficult because I will on occasion criticise my son for crying, but
Why?
typically speaking, is crying because his crying is an overreaction to a situation. So, take for example, yesterday, whilst he was playing a video game with his mother, as he often does, I nipped into the room and ended up having a conversation with her about stuff. During this conversation, he wanted to tell her something, but rather than express that, he waited until it was pointed out to him that something was gonna happen in the game, and he needed to react to it to express that, and then he started crying, and he was crying because he hadn't, he wanted to say a thing and he hadn't had a chance to say the thing. But if he'd addressed the situation beforehand, it wouldn't have got to a point where he'd been so upset by it that he started crying. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to address a problem before it becomes a problem.
Yeah. When it's a jar.
Yes, indeed. When it's a caravan, not a caravan. Genuine headline in an article from a local news source. So anyway, so I will.
When it's a party, not a party.
When it's a bore.
When it's at your house, TE. No, I'm only kidding. I'm sure you throw a hell of a shindig.
I don't throw any parties. Parties aren't really my thing.
Yeah. I think it's healthy to express your emotions, and I have an awful lot of disdain for people who think boys can't cry. I just don't. I think. I don't like people very much. It seems like that's a fairly popular opinion among the masses.
I just want to clarify in case it wasn't clear. I don't have an issue with my son crying. I have an issue with him crying for something that isn't a reason to cry about.
Yeah, no, you don't have to worry. I got that. I wasn't thinking you were.
It's a spilt milk thing, isn't it?
Man up.
It's a spilt milk thing. Sometimes you don't want to cry over something that's irrelevant.
You can't get so aggravated over these things. It's just a minor thing. Calm down. Think it through.
Basically, yeah.
But it's okay to cry. When was the last time you cried?
Oh, I don't know. I can remember a time that I cried. It was a while back though. I can't. There's probably been something more recent than that. Like actual crying, because I mean sometimes I find myself a little bit teary, but it's normally because I've overexerted myself physically, or there's been a sudden change in temperature and my eyes decided to water as a result of it or something. But in terms of actual emotional crying, I can't remember when it was. The last time I remember crying, there'd been some sort of falling out and there'd been some sort of alcohol-related situation. Not the incident at my birthday. I don't remember crying during that, which is good, I suppose. Probably should have. Probably good reason to. But I didn't.
I think I probably cried a few weeks ago. Maybe days. It'll be hours. I can't remember. Recently,
Well, you're always blooming crying to me, lad.
I cry pretty regularly. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Half of what I hear from you is moaning about something.
Such pain. Such terrible, terrible pain. I'm so glad I'm getting therapy tomorrow. It's been a
You
while.
need it.
I could do with a therapy session.
Are you still cutting down?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna say once every 6 weeks as an aim, and then I'll sort of be in touch, just sort of as and when I need it now. I think when I started, I was doing it once a fortnight. Yeah.
Well, when I first found out about it, it was once a fortnight, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
So
Once a fortnight, then it was once a month. Now it's whatever this is gonna be. So yeah, I've got that tomorrow. Got a busy weekend. I don't even know whether I'm gonna get any video editing done. I think I might leave it actually this weekend. It's annoying.
I'm planning on relaxing for as much of this weekend as is possible, which is basically my goal for every fucking weekend at the moment. See, I'm a bit worried because that might explode, but I need to detach these. Right. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. We're good. This bit's the explosive bit. That bit in the middle of all the stuff. That bit in the middle of all the stuff is the bit that explodes. But the trouble is, to get that out, we need to cut through a load of stuff. So let's work this out. Let's work out how we're going to free the thing that is probably going to explode if we do this. This is the bit of these that I hate. You know? Like, I do enjoy most of the ships. But these bits where you've got an explosive thing that you have to blow up bits around it bothers me. And I feel like that's fair as a criticism of the game. The fact that there's no feasible way of dealing with this without using explosives right now. Because these bits you can't cut through them. The ones that I'm putting these explosives on. You have to blow them up. But that shit goes boom. So I'm putting as far away from the thing as possible. Little thumbs up there. What's that say? Oh, okay. Are you ready to either see this go badly or see this suddenly work well?
Yes.
Alright, you watching? You watching?
Yeah.
Good God, it worked.
Oh, look at that.
I was not expecting that. Right, can I just yank that out? No, it seems to be connected to something somewhere else. Oh, hang on, this bit's connected to there, isn't it? That'll be the issue. So if I disconnect that bit, and then that bit, and that bit, and that bit, and that bit. Oh, and that teeny tiny bit there as well.
I've seen a Reddit post about somebody posted on Twitter that they were part of a suicide prevention group. And when the year began, we started when the year began, and yesterday they lost another member. There were 18 of them when they started, and now there are only 5.
How have they lost from it? It's not suicide, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm first thing I saw in the comments was someone suggesting that it was a bad idea, potentially, just because you get a load of people with suicidal ideations together. There may be some sort of feeding off one another's desire to end it, and it just sort of exacerbates the problem. Which reminds me when I was at uni, and the counselling place I went to on campus had the bright idea to do a social anxiety group.
Of course,
And
naturally. What else would you do?
I can tell you, that got pretty thin pretty quick. I lasted 3 sessions. I don't think it's a good idea to get a load of people with social anxiety together in a room like that, in a big group, and ask them to speak out loud. I think it's a bad call.
I think you're probably right.
Smaller groups, you know, if you do like 5, maybe, it's not working, but even so.
Well, these people don't tend to think about these things properly, do they? It's a problem.
Well, I can see the logic, but it's always sort of tickled me.
Tell you what else will tickle you. A feather. A feather would tickle you. And not like a sexy feather, just a normal feather.
Do you know what the difference between kinky and erotic is? Rhetorical question in brackets.
Whether you do it with a chicken or with a feather.
Yes, it's erotic to use a feather, it's kinky to use the chicken.
Right, I'm just going to quickly check. How have we only done that much of a ship? Let's see how his download's doing, shall we? Oh, 11 minutes left.
Well, no. When this started, you said, "Oh, well, it says 2.5 hours. It'll only be about 20 minutes."
No, I said 45 minutes, and the reason I said 45 minutes was because it'd already done about 20 fucking %. No, it had done 33% in 15 minutes, right?
Oh my god.
That was the situation. So I don't think it was unreasonable for me to think that maybe, just maybe, the rest of it would go through at a similar sort of pace.
Yeah. Apparently, a bestiality bus has been stopped in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
There's a mattress in there and various animals.
What animals?
Chickens, like a turkey, a dog.
Well, that's just erotic. No, not erotic, the other one.
Those poor animals.
Well, so have you heard about the...
Oh no, it's fine. They weren't having sex with the chickens and turkeys. The birds were fed to the dogs who were on the bus, and the cows were the ones that were getting sexually abused.
I don't think okay is necessarily the appropriate reaction to that, but alright.
They did up to worse stuff as well, which I'm not going to go into.
That's
Go on, say
appreciated.
something happy.
You heard about the latest in the Tory scandals that we've had?
Oh, I think somebody got arrested, and there's another person involved in the bet thing.
I don't hear anyone had been arrested, but yeah, there's...
someone got arrested.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something about this whole betting on when the election was going to be. The campaign director's wife is a candidate who has gone ahead and put a bet on when the election was going to be. And you can't help but think, quite possibly, they have less of a leg to stand on than just a random candidate, right? Like, random candidate potentially could get away with it, yeah? Realistically. Could just be a genuine situation that happened. I do not, for the life of me, believe that anyone directly connected to the campaign director, could possibly have accidentally successfully bet on when the election was going to be.
Football update: we've drawn with Denmark.
Yeah, that was about 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago we drew with Denmark.
1-1.
I'll say 2 hours ago.
It was just before, so it's closer to 3 really. 3 and a bit. Why can't I get to there? Where's that fucking thing? Can I get through here? I always get confused by these ones because the layout doesn't make much sense. No, I've got to get through there somehow. That's better. Just cut through. Burn it all. If it would fit, I'd just dump it all in the bloody whatchamacallit, but it won't. Not easily, anyway. You know, we've only been going for an hour on this, right?
Have we really?
Yeah, it's right at the top. It says how long it's been.
Yeah, I can see that. Well,
So
cool.
it's not like, you know, it's not like this has been a monumentally long video that you've had to endure.
No, that's fine. You think I hate your stuff more than I do?
I think you act like you hate it a lot more than you do.
No, no, I'm watching. I'm invested.
He says,
Well,
having scrolled through
I'm
Reddit and
invested.
BBC News and whatever else it fucking is that you're looking at.
Well, that's how I watch things.
Well, I find it disrespectful. I'm not going to stop you doing it, but that's the way it is. I'm telling you how I feel.
Okay, don't stop. Keep going.
God, you sound just like my partner.
I can doubt it.
Well, yeah, she's a lot more enthusiastic when she says that. So anyway, someone whose name I don't quite recognise has sent me a Facebook friend request in the last however long. I saw it same time. I saw the notification for it at the same time as I saw the message from my partner. But
I say you don't quite recognise it.
Well, there's every possibility that it's. You know, sometimes you get that friend on Facebook who's is someone you've known for a while, and they'll have a slightly different account with a slightly different name because they've locked themselves out because they're a dozy twat.
That's very specific, but yes.
Like, my mum's got like 3 different accounts on there because she's a dozy twat. Right. Well, it's very possible that this is one of these people, and if it is, I think I know who it is.
Well, maybe you should message them. Can you message people you're not friends with on Facebook? I so rarely use it.
You can send a message request. They don't necessarily have to see it. You have to opt into seeing them.
Facebook these days anyway, above me elderly.
Oh, exactly. I don't know why.
I'm only on it because I need Facebook Messenger. You know, if it wasn't for that, I'd probably ditch it once two of my older friends on there had died. I'd probably keep it to stalk people.
Pervert. Oh, sorry, wrong kind of stalking. My bad. I wonder if I can cut this whole section out. At the end of this. So far, so good. Slice and dice, baby. Slice and dice. No, it's connected somewhere still. Fuck's sake. Oh god, it's like a caterpillar. All the bits are coming loose.
Oh god.
Oh god. Look at it. Look at it. Goodbye, sweet, sweet money. Just get in the...
That, haven't you?
Oh, I don't care. Get in the barge. Just like the barge. Who is this then? We've got a mutual friend, apparently. You know what? I'm very confident that it is, in fact, the person I thought it was.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Possibly. Based on a mutual friend, they were particularly close to one another. So it's very possible that it is who I thought. Can't help but wonder why they still want to be friends with me. We've not spoken in about 6 years. Probably longer. It seems a very weird thing to send me a friend request.
How many friends do you have on Facebook?
Oh, like less than 200. It's not like I'm not overly selective about it, but I don't reach out to people in that way, really. I joked about adding the colleague that's leaving work tomorrow on Facebook, but it was a joke because I know she doesn't use it. So I thought we both knew when I said it that it was a joke, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I find it difficult sometimes.
No, when I was talking to her. Because...
Well, I find it difficult sometimes.
You find it difficult to what?
Tell her when you're joking.
Okay, no, but contextually, because I said to my colleague who is leaving, but I know doesn't use Facebook, that we should add each other on Facebook. We both understood that it was a joke. Not me, you, me, her.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm just.
Well, context tells you whether something's a joke or not, doesn't it?
Well,
it
yes.
should do.
So you're not much of a Facebook guy then?
No, it's not much call for it. At this point, all I'm really using it for is to get rid of all the cringe crap that I've posted over the years. Because it sends me a daily reminder of things that I posted on that day.
Could just destroy the account.
I could just destroy the account, but the trouble is there are some connections that it is easier to just keep. You know? Some things it's easier to get in touch with people through there. And, I don't know. Sentiment, I suppose.
Well, I sort of see no good reason to keep it, to be honest. I'd like to maybe eradicate my online presence, but that's sort of impossible, especially seeing as I'm making videos.
And you're going to continue to do so.
Yep.
Until you die.
Get up to... Well, it'll be 271 when this is out, won't it?
I don't know. I'm not keeping track like you. Actually, we haven't got any comments to reply to.
No, you never do. We'll keep trugging along.
There was that one person who sent like 15 comments. No, it wasn't that many, but sent a bunch of comments in. And the general gist of it was, we don't actually care. But they were saying about something we don't really care.
Well, they tried to teach us how to play this with clean-up detail.
Yeah, and they'd kind of missed the point there, hadn't they?
Yes, we're just two twats.
Twatting about, as we often do. Oh, I know what I can do here. This will make it better. Let's throw that in there. Oh, I didn't realise I could just do that. Oh wait, that one's stuck on. I wasn't expecting that.
Being monetised, I have made 1 pence.
Have you? I thought you'd made more than that.
Well, I've got 824, but that was from the last time I was monetised. Now I'm monetised again. I made a penny.
Oh, you're making pennies.
When Julie Goodyear dies, I'm gonna cash in, bless her.
How long's that left?
I don't know,
Realistically.
a long time, hopefully.
Yeah, but realistically.
I don't know.
How old is she now?
What am I, a medic?
No, you're a prick.
What do you mean?
Yes, not falso. You didn't say that's not true. Because you know deep down that you are, in fact, a bit of a prick.
A bit of a prick, I'll grant you. I'm not a total prick.
Yeah, well. Oh, I've given up on this. As you can probably tell by the fact that I'm trying to literally tear it in half and it's not working.
Do you have a big blow-up gun?
No, the closest thing I've got is the explodey. Oh, something's just blown up over there.
That looks like it's being pulled apart now.
Oh, the hydroponics cabin.
Ugh.
See, I'm literally just slicing through the middle here in hope that anything that is in the way gets cut up. And I feel like I've decimated whatever was in the middle. So now it's just a matter of letting it all sort of slide in, I think. Ease it in gently. How do you feel about the movie Dodgeball?
Never seen it.
Have you not?
No. What do they do? Do they dodge ball?
Well, I mean, they do dodgeball, but they dodgeball for the purpose of trying to save the gymnasium that they're running.
Oh, it's a parody of a sports movie, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. I wouldn't even necessarily say it delves that much into parody. I'd say it's probably closer to homage. It's quite a serious comedy film.
Okay.
But apparently it's one of Helen Mirren's favourite movies.
Is it really?
Well, so she says. So she's on record as having said.
I think she's fucking full of it.
I mean, it's an interesting film. I enjoy it.
Let her in as a liar.
It's a very niche choice for saying that. It's not the sort of thing you'd say that you enjoy watching as part of a PR stunt. So I'm inclined to believe her. Like, it's a good film, but not everyone will respect me for loving this film. Good film, you know. It's no Godfather. But I enjoy it. It's got Alan Tudyk in it as Steve the Pirate, and apparently he was the only person to turn up for that role who didn't go in full pirate costume to the audition, and he's the one who got the damn thing. So yeah. Oh, here we go. That's the last of the major parts of the ship gone in. There's all these piddly little bits I ain't going to do anything with. And look at those two bars up at the top. Almost meet, but don't quite kiss. Christ, there's quite a little actually, isn't there? But still not. Oh God, what's happened? Oh, it's frozen on me, Ben.
Uh-oh, what have you done?
Oh, it didn't
You've
like...
done well to get through that, haven't you? Really?
What, to get through what?
The ship you were breaking.
Well, yeah, but I didn't do it perfectly. There's still 1.5% of it floating about. That's $500,000 worth of stuff floating about there. You know what? I just don't care. I don't care. It's not interesting. Shall we see just how much we lost? There we go. We destroyed one credit. Oh, that would have been nice actually with credit drive. I don't know. I remember seeing it. But to be fair, I didn't really have a look around the thing. One Gorman chair. 5 hydroponics cabinets. Quite a lot of stuff. But we did put in 32 shipping crates. Lovely stuff. And that is the end of that. So thank you everyone for joining us for what it will likely be like the 14th, 15th video of this series. This impromptu series.
Just pop back to visit Hardspace Shipbreaker. Are you planning on continuing with the
thingy? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Euro truck.
I would have done it tonight, but you know.
Nice to see an old friend again, I suppose.
Yeah, it depends on the friends. Anywho, yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. Bye as always.
Bye.
Why do you leave such a big gap between me saying bye and you saying bye?
Well, do you want to do it again?
Yeah, bye everyone.
Bye.
There we go, that's much better.